Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you 5 dividend stocks that I recently purchased for my dividend portfolio. We are going to talk about their dividend scorecard and also check the valuation with the help of fast graphs. Let's not waste any time, here is the list. The 5th stock I bought for my portfolio was Ultra Group. That's right, some nice consumer staples, a dividend king like Altria. They have extremely consistent earnings growth and a very high yield over 7%, combined with they are actually buying back shares, so I think the combined shareholder yield is about 10% annually. Let's check how Ultra Group is looking in fast graphs. And here you guys can probably see why I'm such a fan of Ultra Group. This is probably one of the S&P's most consistent earnings grower, and the pace is not that bad actually for what some people are considering a dying company. Adjusting earnings growth annually about 8.5%. And remember, even though cigarettes might be on the decline, there are other things people are smoking. So this incredibly stable earnings growth combined with a very stable dividend, we can see that the price is a bit disconnected from their earnings right now. So that's why I pulled the trigger on Ultra Group. Next up, the 4th stock I purchased was Amgen, a big biotech company, $132 billion. The dividend score is up there at 8 out of 10 points. And the dividend scorecard, you can see it's all green check marks on the right, at least for the dividend yield, payout ratio, a double-digit growth rate for the dividends, and they have been growing it now for 10 consecutive years. Let's see how they fare in fast graphs. Here is Amgen in fast graphs. The orange line is the earnings, and you guys can probably start to see a pattern here. I really like companies that consistently grow their earnings, and Amgen is one of them. And if we look at the last 15 years, we can see that they have grown their earnings with about 10% annually, which is extremely strong. That combined with a nice dividend yield above 3%, a credit rating of A-, and now the stock price is following their earnings like a magnet. So yeah, this brings some nice healthcare company to the portfolio. The 3rd stock I purchased for my portfolio was Union Pacific. I really like Union Pacific as an industrial play for the portfolio. They have outperformed the S&P 500 during the last 10 years. And same here with Union Pacific, a very nice dividend score of 8 out of 10. All green dividend scorecard, nice yield, a nice payout ratio, a double-digit growth rate, and they have been growing it for over 15 years now. On top of that, earnings are estimated to grow at about 14-15% annually in the next coming years, together with a really strong return on capital. Let's check how they fare in fast graphs. Here we have Union Pacific in fast graphs, and same goes for them. Extremely consistent growing earnings and at a really nice pace. Maybe you thought railroads wasn't gonna give you such a nice earnings growth, but they are actually growing their earnings with over 13% annually. And it's a big company, over $140 billion, a credit rating, and here is the price with their normal PE. And it has been overvalued for quite some time, but has come down. It's not like maybe the best deal out there value wise, but I think it's very nice quality company, and I don't think the railroads will go anywhere, so I really like this as an industrial addition to my portfolio. The 2nd stock I bought for my portfolio was BlackRock. $103 billion market cap. It has greatly overperformed the S&P 500 during the last 10 years. It has a dividend score of 10 out of 10. Yes, it has a green check mark on every single aspect. Sales growth, earnings growth amazing, low debt, they are buying back shares, a nice yield, a double-digit growth rate of the dividends, and they have been growing it for 12 years right now. Let's check in fast graphs how BlackRock look. Here we can see BlackRock. Of course, they dipped down a bit during the financial crisis 2008-2009, but not that much, only minus 21%. The banks maybe on average dipped 50 to 70%. And BlackRock is also one of the largest suppliers of ETFs worldwide. They have over 350 ETFs, which is a very popular investing form nowadays. So this is a bit of a hedge compared to the other positions in my portfolio. I also have T. Rowe and JPM. And we can see also to the right here that BlackRock has increased their earnings annually by over 12%. This is also a AA rated company. If we take a look at the price, we can see that it has been overvalued by quite some time. Extremely overvalued, I would say, during 2021 with this price, almost $1,000. But it's now trading at, $690. So, and if we also plot the normal PE, we can see that it's currently trading under its normal PE right now. And that's why I added BlackRock. And the first place stock that I bought for my portfolio was Broadcom. An enormous market cap of $235 billion. This is a semiconductor giant. And during the last 10 years, Broadcom has greatly overperformed the S&P 500. It's not even close, and I don't think the growth is gonna stop. Semiconductors, and especially communication semiconductors, are highly sought after. And it has a dividend score of 10 out of 10 points. And to the right, we can see all green check marks, and the check marks are green by a large margin. Sales growth of 15%, earnings growth 40%, and the dividend yield is now over 3.2%. And look at that dividend growth rate at almost 35%. This is a really nice stock. Let's see how the valuation looks though. Here we have Broadcom in fast graphs, and we can see that same goes for them. They are increasing their earnings at an extremely rapid pace, over 30% annually, which is almost insane. But if we plot the normal PE compared to the price, we can see that it has been overvalued for quite some time. Maybe not if you compare to how fast they're growing their earnings, but right now it's actually trading below its normal PE at only 14, which I think is a steal for a company growing their earnings this much. Please hit the like button and also watch my latest video right here about my dividends I received in August. See you soon. Hej då!